keep up with everything, honestly. They still know what they're doing, so that's gonna be so much smoother. They still know. No. The decider at this point is, I need to double check the list because I went for everything. Oh, is this trouble? No. What? Map is gonna be a Median Oasis. US HQ. Okay. Knights of Colonia is open. Russia isn't, which... Hang on. Hey, Fuji. Yeah, no, I don't know, I think... It's a bit sus, but I'll allow it. Even then, also that fact. Waiting on Bowser's pick. Okay. That's not what he picked. 1. Settings are fine. Oh, I forgot to. Also playing Latin. Playing. Okay, so on the bottom right we have Bowser playing as Latin Federation. On top left we have Thunder playing as HQ. I think we've seen Thunder also playing HQ on this same map. Yesterday was the previous set, I forget already. Oh, it must have been long ago. Anyway. We have a very early bunker. Or field burrow, we might be seeing some bunkers. HQ actually has a bit of a hard time handling the bunker opener because the Gats do need power to handle themselves. We get a power plant even before the refinery, but we are going for the early gems. Thunder did not get his far oil. Probably has scouted it. He's doing a pretty decent scout, but he has not scouted this area. Actually, Thunder does not have his oil, but he has Bowser's oil. Now he's going for his as well. He's going for double refinery. There is a lot of Connies. A miner can actually do a pretty decent number to the... Okay, going for War Factory. He is now going for more initiates to survive this. There's a bunker going for his own oil. Or an engineer, sorry. A bit of splitting from the Connies, but nothing too threatening. The bunker should be available. The miners have not yet gone down to start crushing. Gat is down. The miners are crushing. That puts a pretty big dent in the numbers. The bottom one is being harassed off. The top one... Did I hear the bunker deploy not happen? Or was that just the War Factory? How the fuck do you do it without an airfield? I mean... I wouldn't say that, but I'm not gonna bother them with too many messages. So Thunder surviving that attack actually puts him in a pretty good spot. Also has been slightly macro in the background. He does have the gems. He can go for the gold quite easily. He's already expanding. He has the radar, so he's not like crippled. He sold the field burrow, so he's not actually going for Chockies and the souls. He just wanted more miners and to get his econ back up and running. Well, Thunder is currently on his Pandora hub. Does not quite yet go for the tier 3 as he does not have the radar, but he's going for the gems instead. He did have the tank bunker as well available. He will be keeping the Synthvault. Nuclear reactor being worked on, refinery is still being pushed out. I think it can reach all the way here to have the better angling. It does not. I think this tile is causing the issue. Have the radar, we're probably gonna see our 303 soon. The nuclear reactor is still being built. Bomb buggy? There's not a lot of army from Thunder that I can see right now, so... Radar will probably get hit, but I think the target is going to be the War Factory. Where is Thunder Sign? Some Connies died here. The War Fact does go down. And Bowser's already got the second attack up and running. Also, where are Thunder's initiates? Did he send them for an attack? There's still the infantry dying here. Making archers, they're being rally pointed somewhere away from the fight, sadly. Archers exist, but they're going to struggle with the... Oh, Ran is already out. No, the Geomines are out. Okay, they're gonna do a very big number on the Connies, and doing a big number on the Connies means that you already have something to handle the tanks as well. There is tier 3 from both players right now. One is being worked on, there is no war factory, well, we're working on more power instead. I'm assuming we're going to see... No, we do see the war factory before the cloning vats still. One is out, we have archers, we have some more... this might get sold for the sake of base crawling. Bowser's doing a pretty decent base crawl. This gold patch is not yet being mined out, but you're going to get the gems somewhat early at this rate. Buratinos, Desos, Morales. Some amount of tier 1 tanks. Here, Kala being built on, archers being spammed without the cloning vats at the moment. Thunder is floating 20k, while Bowser is on like 2k. But even then, Thunder just has an army advantage right now. I think the early game opener just honestly pushed Bowser back by a lot. And failing this attack to mainly just Geomines also hits quite a bit. But Dinos can still do a pretty big number to massive infantry amounts, which is mostly what this army is, because there's not yet any tanks in production, as long as Yirkala has not yet arrived. One has died to Morales apparently, so he's back in the queue. Cloning Vats is being worked on, Cloning Vats is down. Additional barracks. Stingers. Yeah, the Stingers are a very nice choice against the Erads. And it's gonna be mainly Erads at this point, because Bowser has never gone for the Field Burrow, and the Erads are the main unit that can actually survive the Geomines. Flag Troopers are out, they're probably there mainly for the Yirkala. Shadow Ring does a pretty decent number of pretty decent damage to all the infantry. Boilos keep kiting, they keep doing damage, but the barrier actually is doing also a lot. Archers are just going to pick up all the tanks, they're not gonna care about the few remaining Erads. I honestly would have probably underestimated the barrier in this scenario. I did not think the archers would survive for as long as they did. Bowser is pretty much running out of army at this rate. One is still alive, he takes another shot from Wallace, he's still going, but he is going to get one shot by the next one. Stingers are around, there's only flag troopers right now, all the Stingers I think immediately died, sadly. One is still alive, one takes another volley, one dies to Morales. Yirkala is around, it's gonna do a pretty big number, there's not a lot of flag troopers remaining, and it's actually full health. What's the army production? No tanks, one back in queue. On the other hand, we have a Buratino, is that stuck in this? Yeah, flag troopers spam trying to salvage the Yirkala situation. And some static defense. The static defense survives, the flag troopers are going to get taken out. Thunder will just retreat his Yirkala right now, he's going for some long distance mining with the miners. Whether or not willingly, I'm not entirely certain. He's never actually grabbed this gold patch with an actual refinery. Well, he does have this one. But he is still floating 35k, so he's not particularly having an issue with that. He is currently on a single war factory and on 4 barracks. Those 4 barracks are going to keep spamming archers. I think that's already max production. Yeah, Thunder did stop building army for most of that engagement, sadly. Which is probably being shown right now in the difference from economy. But he's still ahead, all things considered. There is a lot of AA, there's some half-tracks. Some amount of micro, keeping the color alive. The miners are being caught off though. You would have a lot easier of time mining this patch out instead. You do get half of this already cleared up. The nuke is out, Field Burrow is back in production, we're going to probably see Shockies returning. Have Gat archers, some stalkers, a lot of stalkers actually, the stalkers seem to be the new spam unit. And they're being built quite fast with the amount of racks we have. And they are also clearing up the... Is that low power? This is low power, you can fill up this reactor, you can salvage it a bit. It does have more spooks to fill it with. It's probably going to build, yep, another reactor. The nuke is out, so the longer this stalemate goes on, the closer this actually might be. Thunder is now mining this patch out. He is building the second... No, he's not doing another refinery. Doing more barracks, he's spamming faster, he's getting Epsilon Adepts out. Wallace does keep shooting a couple archers every once in a while, but it's not unrecoverable. The Antares battery is gonna be somewhat hard to push into, especially as it's technically high ground. Does force fire the ground there. Doesn't really cause anything to happen. Rage is out, it's going to happen before the nuke. The base is somewhat crawled out, so a nuke is not going to do too much. But it could shut down these two power plants, which is pretty bad. The tier 3 can be taken out. Production wise, it's only 2 war factors, but it's enough to not actually stop the production. Yeah, Thunder does not split a lot, I've seen that in the previous games as well. But he does simply have more army right now. Even then, it is being caught up, all things considered, but most of this army is basically flak troopers from Bowser. He's mining the gems, he's cleaning up this overpatch, he is long distance mining this tiny patch as well. He's not building an MCV or something to go this one, and miners are starting to long distance mine it. Thunder's getting a bit of an extra scout, IC is out. Rage is Rage is available, but it's not yet being used. He's back into Stalker production, these should probably have... Oh my god. Oh my god, he's gonna get it! He's going to get it! No warning! He's going to run with... No, he's going for the power! The entire army is back. The entire army is fallen back and he's being chased out. And this nuke, well, even if it's not going down, it's going to go low power. That second nuclear reactor is being built, despite this one still being up. It's probably going to have an engineer. Yes, an engineer is being built. Engineer is... Has it been... He's paused the production, has he not? Is that what this means? It does not appear to have been built here. I think it just paused. I think it's just not happening. Okay, the barrier on the army. A lot of stuff going run mode. I think there was a gene burst which got mostly flak troopers. We no longer have stingers, but the stalkers do handle Erads still. Miners will get picked off. A lot of miners are starting to go AFK on this side as well. Yokala is going to start harassing. Guildbrewer is out. Power is back on. This engineer is still stuck. We only have some tier 1 tanks being spammed and the infantry queue is just blocked. And Thunder takes this game and moves on to a 1-0 against Bowser. What's the second map we have? Bloodfield? No, that's the second ban. Waver's Pass. Score. Leading 1-0 currently. No, like Thunder is actually popping off, honestly. Like, we have the picks for both players. Somewhat unsurprising, I think Bowser's starting to regret the decision he took early game. Depending on how this game's running, we're going to see that being the case or not. Wings of Colonia. Yeah. I forgot to ally Epsilon. We'll deal with it. Oh, for fuck's sake, why do I need to keep banning stuff? Well, I am the mods. There we go. It's been... Last time as well. Okay, well then. So on the top side we have Thunder playing as Epsilon HQ for the second game in a row, currently leading the series 1-0. And on the bottom side we have Wings of Coronia from Bowser, being his only not banned foe in faction right now. Both of the players choose to not move their MCVs. They're probably going to have a very early tier 3 rush. Have additional power plant for further expansion. We have the War Factory instead, or the Ore Refinery instead. I think Thunder has not made a second engineer yet for his second power, for second oil. Okay, there's a second engineer. Also gets a pretty decent... Well, it gets the MCV scouted, does not get the expansion way. We had the dogs. We have a single Night Frame. They're currently scouting mostly the bottom, gets a bit of a split. One gets picked off, the other one gets a handful of the vision. And the spooks get a pretty clear vision for everything. Pandora Hub early. Another refinery. Okay, both players have both of their oils. Bowser is currently further in cash, but he's not going for miners, he's going for Jackal Lancers, I think is what this is. Or is there gonna be some Night Frames in it? I do not particularly know what these are loaded with. Okay, at least one of them is gonna be... I think it's 2 Lancers, 2 Night Frames, but I'm not certain. It's not going to scout the tanks, but Thunder does not currently have any anti-tank, so... and very little infantry, so he might actually get pretty bullied by this. There's a miner inbound as well to keep fixing this attack. Because Thunder is pretty much broke, so he cannot actually keep making archers. And he's only got a single barracks. No, this is... I think this might be just game over right now. Thunder simply went broke and tried to go for the double refinery. Bowser already brings it back to a 1-1. Third map is gonna be... Null. Okay. Not necessarily surprising. I maybe should get something that I can hide. We have the picks from both of them. Unfed Coronia. Often is a more typical faction for this map. Guess a lot for just for the sake of mines, but... So on the top right side we have Thunder playing as Latin Confederation, more a faster faction for this open map, and then we have Bowser playing as Wings of Coronia for the second match in a row. I think we've seen, I think it was last Bastion, I think it was Thunder playing last Bastion on this map, the previous time we've seen it, where he just took map control, or was it, I don't remember if it was him playing as it or going against it. Jackals do have the fast option of controlling the map, indeed. Okay, we have a bit of a clustering of the engineers here. We'll have both players take their own derricks, except Bowser slightly off this one. We have a lot of Connies, we might be seeing some pretty early aggression. We do not see the Build Burrow yet. Audio. Neither player has taken the... Okay, both players are now taking the middle oils. Yeah, Bowser does not get a good scout. This next scout is probably gonna go to the miners. The Connies do see it. Depends how much they can prevent. Not a lot is the answer, they're not going to prevent a lot. Okay, that's 2 Lancers being killed by Connies. That's a lot of night frames, so I'm assuming Bowser is trying to just survive right now. But we don't have a field burrow. Bowser's keeping the 2 refineries, makes sense, because a lot of the recent issues we've seen with a lot of foreign players, they go for like 9 miner mites, but they don't actually have, they keep clumping up and at unloading. And we're actually seeing this here as well, because they're mainly mining the bottom, and they're not actually going up to the second refinery. Oh my god, that's a lot of Connies. We do have Huntresses, they might actually just defend, but he's not able to actually push into the cloud. Just getting chased off, and the dogs are out and taking the Huntresses as well. We're out of night almost, there's one more night frame, there's just 2 Huntresses. Bowser does have money, but he's getting his power taken out. The mines would be available, but without power they're not gonna do anything. The barracks goes down, there's still some Huntresses, but there's too many Connies for that to actually function. And you're going to start going pancake mode on this. The tank production is gonna go down, there's no army production right now, power plant's being worked on, the fucking MCV just runs off. Or runs through, I suppose. There is, however, just about enough Connies for that to work out, and Thunder's going to take this without any bunker cheese, but simply some early game aggression. I think the only real solution for that was for Bowser to have pushed into the nanofiber clouds at pretty much whatever cost he could have. Those have been 2 particularly fast games as well, and we're going to a map which has not been that fast this tournament, but it's one of the faster maps in this tournament, generally. Okay. So we're already on match point for Thunder right now. Bowser has lost as his main faction is Fallen, so... I'll allow it. The second one this sets though. Okay. Alright, US was banned. Could have not actually been that. Well, particularly allowed. I know what I would pick here, but see if Thunder decides to have similar decision in that regard. Double check if... Oh no, he already sent me, okay. So it's gonna be LC again versus... yeah. Came at around the same time, so I didn't see them. We'll already check again because I'm not entirely certain it's LC. I forgot to change the factions for like 2 games. To be fair, they have been particularly short game as well. So. Okay, so on the top right side we have Thunder playing as LC, going for an early MCV move without even deploying the barracks. He's getting stuck in the trees right now. And on the bottom left side we have Bowser, who also goes for the MCV move but does deploy the barracks first. Thunder still gets his MCV deployed first despite the tree environment. Both players going to mine the gems. This is a bit worse, I think, for position 2 in terms of mining out. Engineers being made. They're probably not going to get to the power plant before the War Factory, before the refinery is out, so we're probably gonna see a War Factory as well. Assuming we're going to already see the War Factory being built by Bowser. Now we see a double refinery. The engines have not been sent to the actual buildings. Power Oil has been grabbed, which is theoretically Bowser's, I would say. You do get Power Plant, we do get the War Factory as well. We have a lot of GIs. Are they going to get picked up by dogs? No, Bowser is looking at that. One does, but that's not that many. And we have the second MCV move, and we have GGIs in production. We have a second ore refinery, and we have miners being built right now. Oh, we have engineers from Thunder, so he's going to try to deny the MCV deploy, or not. Oh, he's not controlling them. Keep the engines safe, keep the engines safe. Okay, the engines are out, he does not have an MCV deny. Also, he's going for crushing rather than deploying the MCV, which is effective, but is going to take the... Oh, he's diving the MCV, he's diving it. He's not going to get it, he's going to throw this entire army, but he's not going to actually finish it off. He's trying to base crawl into the GIs, he's getting pushed back. He is getting some tier 1 tanks, he already got... Okay, Bowser has already got an engineer down. Which, this cheese is what's called greeding for the kill. And dumping that amount of army and trying to take the MCV and actually failing is sadly what this is. I think that... Yeah, Thunder is broke. The miners are not even actually mining right now, they're mostly attacking. That's all there is to it. We are going to go to a 2-2 decider map. We might actually just see an MCV capture as well for the sake of it. Oh, it's going to go down. And we'll make it to a decider map, which is going to be King's Road. We've had 3 games in the span of like 5 minutes, I'm just gonna mention that. Get myself with the bands. We do have... We have Russia banned for both factions. But, yeah. There's different Soviet alternatives for this map. You do have HQ as an option, you have... Bowen is still open in some capacity, but it's generally not really regarded as a good pick for this map, I think. Mainly because of the base call options. Bowser is still debating the pick. Look. I mean, that cheese attempt working is not really reasonable. I think Bowser might have also just seen the engineers initially and just decided against actually just deploying it. Because Thunder did have an idea on what to do in that regard, even though the execution wasn't quite there. Yeah. Also, you should technically not be seeing the chat. You still haven't picked your faction. As these people are giving me the DMs and... They put them in reverse, haven't they? In some amount of chaos, this set as a whole. Thunder is playing China this match. We'll see. Okay. So on the top right side we have Thunder playing as China, and on the bottom left side we have Bowser playing as Latin Confederation. We're currently 2-2 on this match, on this set, on match point. This is a very Soviet heavy map. Russia would be the best, but both the players have had Russia banned for each other. Bowser seems to be going for both of the middle oils. Thunder is sending both of his engineers to the safe oil and returning one back. There's one dog for each one of them, so it's probably not going to be a quick snipe for it. Even though, if you're coming from the right angle, you might just ignore the dog. But he does not have it scouted, so he's not going to immediately enter it. The dog does actually see it first. So it's 3 oils to 1 right now. The dog's pushing for a scout. They don't see the MCD, but they see a bit. War Factory, pretty much equal timing from both players. Additional power and a bit later additional power. Thunder has cleared up... Actually no, neither player has really cleaned up like trees and stuff for the base call. Thunder does not actually need it, he just gets this bit with enough distance, and I think Bowser is going to... Okay, so currently Bowser has significantly more infantry amount. Thunder is trying to go for a radar dish while being broke right now. With only 2 miners, as opposed to 3 currently from Bowser. Bowser does not appear to be going for an all-in at this point, even though he might have had a shot. He's not going for the tech maintenance facility, even though he can use it for bunker application. This oil is still just being given to Thunder right now, so we have 2-2 in terms of oils. We're going to see the expansion of refinery soon, but I don't think you can defend it, can you? No, you're using it for additional refineries in the top side instead. Rome gets like 2 colonies, but I don't think it's worthwhile. We already have tanks out. This is not a good place to be, honestly. The sentries are doing a pretty decent number to the colonies, especially with such long range with the high ground. There's tanks on the field, and the killing tanks might be a bit too late if they start coming out. Back and forth. The Jags are probably going to dive the back. Now they're going back in for crushes. The Killings are starting to somewhat even out the numbers. And the sentries are still taking care of the Connies. Bowser does have more money. Well, Thunder has been forced into pure defense and spamming army mode at this point, but he is making refineries to keep pumping miners at the same time. He might just have enough micro to actually handle this defense, and he's pulling the miners. He does survive, but okay, the miners are going back to mining. But he is clearing out the soul patch, so he's going to need to force this expansion. Also, he's going for a bomb buggy. This is a pretty annoying place for the War Factory to get a bomb buggy in. But it is also pretty annoying to actually defend this entire field, unless you have your army hovering around the base. Thunder decides to actually push the advantage and try to make something happen. The bomb buggy is out, he gets some power back. I think that bomb buggy is going to have a free... No, he... The miners take it out all the way themselves. The army is currently in a bit of a conga line situation, so it's not quite efficient fighting. But there's not a lot of Connies remaining on Bowser's group right now. There's so much back and forth. We have a nuclear reactor, the miners are going long mining distance time. Thunder has a bit of cash floating, but not enough to actually keep long distance mining at this point. Oh, the Killings are getting caught by pathing. No, the bomb buggy has been murdered up here. And another one is being built. We have Bowser is on 7 miners. Thunder is on 8, if I'm not mistaken, but he is long distance mining. He is making now the refinery. He's taken Bowser's oil while he's still keeping his own. The bomb buggy is hovering a bit back and forth. Miners are still... There's a terror drone. I don't think the bomb buggy can one-shot the nuke reactor. But the miners are also not in position to defend it. But the sentries are! There's so many sentries, the thing just melts! Tier 3 is out, Morales is out. Infantry has been thinned out. I think that's kind of the end for this attack from Thunder, but he is not out. Going for his own tier 3. He's no longer long distance mining, but he has to survive this pushback right now. Okay, the tanks are still out. Morales is doing a pretty decent number, just removing tanks one by one. The miners are being pulled to the fight. Unsure if intentionally or not. I think they're... What the fuck is happening here? What the fuck is happening from both players, honestly? Thunder is broke, Bowser is also broke. The army sides are somewhat similar, but Morales is just doing a lot here. It's mainly just Morales winning this, honestly. Neither player is actually mining right now. Okay, well, this is technically mining, but what the fuck is this? This is like just Morales the game right now, okay? We have 2 Terror it's not going to get both. Morales is out! There's no repair drone, it's not going to happen, so this is going to keep jumping. The Terror drones are salvaging this. There's no money for repairs. Okay, the Terror drone gets picked off. There's okay, I think some engines are being built to recover some of the killings lost in the Morales interactions. So that's actually going to recover some of the pressure, but we do need to go back into more War Miner production, as most of them did die in that interaction. He is choosing to mine the far one instead of the close one, which is not as efficient, but it is the easier one to contest, so if you're going to be stuck to one, you'd rather be stuck to this one instead. EMP mines, even though you're somewhat broke. This miner is still going all the way back, but he might start mining these. No, it's going back and forth. Morales is back out. He's gonna start thinking. Okay, EMP mines. Pushing Morales back. Tier 3 is up, but okay, Nuvas are being worked on, which are no longer going to just get sniped by Morales. Nobody gonna get handled by Erads that easily. But for now, there's not a lot of army for Thunder to hold off with. Can a single Nuva and EMP mines stall this? They're going to start long distance mining once more. The Nuvas are being rushed down, some Terror Drone is happening. The Nova's still alive. I think Morales has died. Might have been another Terror Drone attack. Yes, Morales has died. 2 Nuvas with the third one being built. EMP mines can keep stalling. He gets his forward refinery back and he is mining the safe patch as this one has been like half cleared out. No shot, he just walked the Morales into war miners. I mean, there is a shot, I know there is a shot. I've seen enough this game to know that there's a shot. Thunder does keep going for Nuvas, but okay, the flank. But the Nuvas can just... They only need to make this distance to actually defend both of the sides. And Bosa is not actually just splitting right now. He's getting Morales back out. He does keep harassing the economy. I think they're going to... Okay, Morales will not die. More power plants for... I would say not quite clear reasons, because I think at this point you can even sell the reactor with the amount of production you have. No, there's a way. I know there's a way. I've seen enough this game. There's absolutely a way. What the fuck is Morales again? Mortar quads. Mortar quads will actually deal with Nuvas if this is gonna be the only thing that is on the field right now. I don't think the radiation cloud is going to deal damage for number to them, and they're going to actually put pretty big damage numbers. However, Yunro will just stun the entire mortar quad cloud. Possibly. What the fuck is Morales? Oh, what the fuck? That does answer where the fuck Morales is, to be fair. Okay, we have Terror Drones being built instead, which Terror Drones do just one-shot mortar quads. We have a handful of the... Okay, they're going to stop the... No, Morales will go down at the cost of the radar dish. Mining is happening right now. I think Thunder waited until he had both of the Terror Drones so he can make sure that he would get Morales with that attack. Which does sadly mean that the radar is now also out. However, there's no production from either of the production queues right now, so it's mainly just these mortar quads trying to hold off. Yunro is doing a pretty big number on this entire blob, to be fair. The 3 Novas, they're honestly kind of enough. More killings would be... Okay, more Terror Drones are also an option. But we do need to actually take care of the repair drones, so just simply... And Yunro is out. Even though Morales does take an EMP mines to the face, he does not care about that. And the EMP mines have also been paused right now. It's only... So we're back into more miners, but the forward mining is out. The ERAD goes down, but the entire army basically shots their entire payload. Yunro is no longer in, so you cannot stun the mortar quads. That's the entire army. The sentries? Okay, the power may go down, but there's so many power plants, you just don't care that much. He's still going for the tier 3 right now. The miners are going to fight back. There's not a lot of tanks remaining, and they're actually going to struggle with the amount of sentries, and the EMP mines are being built again. Thunder keeps holding on. And Bowser has mainly only built colonies in that time. Morales is back in queue, Jaguars are happening again. Thunder is broke, but he does have a bit of ore remaining on the ground. And ore patches are starting to run out. This one is available, but it's currently not being expanded to. No engineer or anything to fix the nuclear reactor. Morales will take the only war factory out in the field, and while the Centurion is being worked on, and Yunro cannot fix that. Yunro cannot simply apply the special treatment to Morales. This one Jaeger will get picked off, but... So that cancels the Centurion production. Autoquad's dying to EMP mines. There's a lot of EMP mines on this side as well, and they're actually doing a pretty big number. There's not a lot of detection. I think Morales is the only detection in that. But sadly, there's not much you can use to take care of Morales right now, because the ERADs are not gonna do it, Yuno will not affect it whatsoever, and Terror drones are not yet available for production. And they're not starting as production, because we have the Centurion, now we have Novas. No more infantry at the moment. Miners are... Okay, you can keep pulling EMP mines into Morales, they will eventually get the job done, but it depends how close he's going to be to the actual buildings. That one kills a lot of Carnies right there. Jaguars going in by one in this area. Yuno has apparently died at some point. Thunder keeps holding on. Novas are back in the field, only like 2 of them, industrial plant being worked on. The MCV is being moved, going for the expansion. Thunder does not have this luxury as of this moment. He is going for the industrial plant instead, which Bowser has never built despite being on tier 3 for like a while. He is floating 10k. He's currently only building mortar quads, Buratino's in the queue. Morales has been like the MVP for the entire Bowser situation, but honestly, I could say so have the EMP mine's been on Thunder's side. With the last attack at the very least. Like, mortar quads are not cheap, having them die that easily is... I can't actually price check them, but I think they're like 600 each. Senti back in queue, Yuno back in queue. But currently Thunder is broke and trying to mine out this exclusive patch. Also is expanding, he does have... Okay, he dropped more... Minus! Minus! Okay, the EMP mines maybe... No. Does not get spotted. He does not know. The Connie will not single-handedly kill Morales, even though it's not that far. Especially as I think, based on how I know RA2 works, the primary MCV being closer to the top edge of the map means that the airstrikes are actually arriving even faster than previous to the MCV move. EMP mines, we have a boiler, so we don't have troops just running into the EMP mines forever and ever. Carnies are being spammed, but there is Yuno is doing some stuff. Senti has been... well, Senti has been forcefully cancelled. His tier 3 has gone down. The Senti was never out on the field this match. Okay, the EMP, the miner has got an EMP right now. Thunder will probably start... Bowser will probably start harassing from this side, so that expansion is off the table. Aerodrones, tier 3 is back in queue. We do have the industrial plant. Bowser has still never made an industrial plant. EMP mines are still being spammed. The boilers have died, but we do not have anything to take care of Morales. No, he does! The fucking Pterodons on the back get Morales! Okay, you do lose the industrial plant, you get your tier 3 back up, Novas are back in queue, EMP mines are still a thing, there's no detection in this blob whatsoever, there's a Kirov however and there's no AA. While Novas can probably fix most problems here, I don't think they can fix the Kirov. Flag troopers are being built now, but they're pretty late to the party. They're probably gonna force the MCV relocate, and they're probably gonna have the power plant go down. No, the MCV, it survives, with one health bar. He's going for the tier 3 directly. Gonna get the... I think it's going to get the War Factory, yeah. It's not going to get the power plant, but it's going to get the War Factory. Bowser is on 20k, he's only mining with this one miner on this corner. But it is, I would say, more than Thunder is getting total at this point. Engineer is now going to the MCB. Radar Dish is back in queue. Morales is out, so you do need to actually take care of your army, but he is outnumbering the army right now. Gotta keep the Nova going. The Nova is your main DPS right now. The Erads are dangerous for most of the colonies, but... Eh? The Nova can absolutely just dive in on Morales, I'm pretty sure, if using the high ground properly. I think that's going... No, it's not gonna be what it's going for. War Factory back in queue. We have an Ivan! The second miner has joined this group. Another Kirov has been made. There's a lot more AA this time around though. And even a bit more actually being built. Oh, it's just straight up Kirovs. Okay, no, there's two of them. One of them's on the edge. Ivan does... The Ivan's going to probably meet the miners, sadly. There is a bit of AA, but you need to actually pay more close attention to it. Morales is taking like 20 lives at every shot. It's taking. It does get stopped, but it does put a pretty big dent in all the buildings. This one might actually just die to fire. I don't think anything else will. The Nova is still doing some pretty decent numbers. The half-tracks being pushed around. There's a lot of AA. Those two Kirovs are not going to do anything, but they do force the half-track response. The Nova is still alive, it's your main tool at the moment. You do have the EMP mines, but you do not have the money to make the EMP mines fine. This ore patch is finally being mined. These two miners are not going to be pushed off. We finally have a bit of a refinery going for this patch. Wallace keeps taking lives one by one. All mines. Pterodons are out, he pushes his entire army back just so he doesn't lose Morales to some Pterodon shenaniganry. That's a lot of them, they should probably die Morales for all things considered. Okay, we have the first negotiation tool on the field. Well, this miner group is probably going to start getting harassed off. The Pterodons, they get Morales. They don't get much more, but they do get Morales. Thunder does see this. He loses one miner, but he responds to everything else. He picks up a couple Jags. The Jags are not going for any crushes, so they're simply going to die to Connies right now, especially with the high ground. That was not worth the one miner pick, especially while losing Morales on the other side as well. Yono is back out, Senti still never happened. You do have to deal with attack nuke right now. Industrial plan being worked on once again. Senti is happening now, assuming the money is gonna be in and no further prevention happens. While his death counter is on like 6, 7? Actually no. Latinos are actually unable to hit their target on this angle. They do harass the gold off a bit, they actually break some of the gold patches. Bowser does still have this entire gold patch, which has not been bothered really. But the EMP mines just... There's 3 Buratinos right now, and oh no, there's Boilos. Okay, there's like 6 of them. I don't think EMP mines are going to do a lot more at this point. Senti has been cancelled in favor of a cure. What the fuck is that? I can't not say anything to that. Honestly, it fucking takes Bowser to lose this game. This is not like Thunder's game to win, this is the game to lose it this way. I think that also killed Morales right there. And yeah, there was nothing left to kill Pterodons. Okay, that's a spy. Why do I feel a fucking Raider Sabo within the fucking realm of possibility? Honestly, anything. Well, the nuke Sabo is not going to happen. I think that's just gonna have to be tanked at this point. There's not enough power plants and there's not an additional nuke reactor being built right now. There might be enough power plants, honestly, but I would assume no, because you're also losing this one. Senti has yet again not been pushed around or used. The Kirov does go down. Does not go for the power, it goes for the tier 3 instead, so he gets the tier 3 in the tank production. This is not enough to kill this, especially as Thunder has actually seen this and responded to it quite fast. But he did send his entire army, so he's going to start getting this other part of the army shoved into his base instead. The Pterodons are not going to start rescuing you right now. The fact that Morales has been taken back, he's going to clear the low ground. So this should prevent mines from being deployed on top of the army for now. More fucking sentry turrets. How many have been built this match? Because at this point, these things are single-handedly killing Jaguars on the regular. EMP! More EMP! EMP mines inside the EMP, those things are not going to move anytime soon. Oh, the ERAT gets so fucking much though. EMP mines, they keep spamming. Morales has been killed by something, I think the Nuvas most likely. The army is gone. Tier 3 is back out, flag troopers are being spammed. Oh no, Morales is still here. Morales has been loaded into a 1 HP flag tag, I think, or something. Or maybe I'm just blind. Tank production is back out. The EMP mines are aiming at exclusively Morales right now. Yeah, no, the UAT deploy just salvaged this back into Bowser's favor right now. I don't think there is anything to be done right now. The EMP mines are not available, the tank production is not available, the infantry production is not being used. The 2 dogs will make it to Morales most likely. No, they won't. Yeah, this one is going to be... He got the fucking radar Sabo, did he not? Did fucking Thunder just radar Sabo on his way out for the fucking shit of it? Yeah, whatever the fuck this was. I don't even have proper words to explain this, to be completely honest. What I do have to say is... I'll be over to Matt and I'll be heading out for it.